May I take your order? I'll have bacon, eggs, and toast. Right away, sir.
Wow, it's a pretty big breakfast for me. I don't usually eat that much, usually just orange juice. Just a light eater, I guess. It's probably why I'm so skinny. I'm supposed to be on that diet where I eat a lot of starches, gain weight, but I don't do that.
May I take your order?
We'll have toast.
Right away.
Ugh. All they're eating is toast. I hate when that happens. I'm sitting here eating all this stuff and there's someone next to me just eating toast.
Are you collecting money for charity?
No, not currently.
Oh, I thought if you were taking up a collection, I could make a small contribution. You could keep the money for when you do take up a collection.
Oh, how very kind of you.
Here you go.
Are you sure you can afford it? Yeah, you don't have to do this.
Don't worry. I have quite a bit of money with me.
Well, okay. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. It's so kind and generous of you.
Enjoy. So where are you two headed?
Oh, we're school teachers, fresh from Chicago. We're heading to a convent on 168th Street. I teach English, and she teaches American history and government.
Oh, English is my best subject.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm so glad. What have you read this year? I'd be very interested to know.
Well, most of the time we were on the Anglo-Saxons, Beowulf, and Old Grendel, and Lord Randall, my son, and all those things. But we had to read outside books for extra credit once in a while. I read The Return of the Native by Thomas Hardy, and Romeo and Juliet, and Julius.
Oh, Romeo and Juliet! Lovely! Didn't you just love it?
Yes, I did. I liked it a lot. There were a few things I didn't like about it, but it was quite moving on the whole.
What didn't you like about it? Can you remember?
Wow, this is kind of embarrassing. Talking about Romeo and Juliet with a nun. Play gets kind of sexy sometimes, and she's a nun. She asked me about it though, so whatever.
Well, I'm not too crazy about Romeo and Juliet. I mean, I like them, but I don't know. They get pretty annoying sometimes. I mean, I felt much sorrier when old Mercutio got killed than when Romeo and Juliet did. The thing is, I never liked Romeo too much after Mercutio got stabbed by that other man. Juliet's cousin. What's his name?
Tybalt.
That's right, Tybalt. It was Romeo's fault. I mean, I liked him the best in the play, old Mercutio. I don't know. All these Montagues and Capulets, they're alright, especially Juliet. But Mercutio, it's hard to explain. He was very smart and entertaining and all. The thing is, it drives me crazy if somebody gets killed, especially somebody very smart and entertaining and all. And it's somebody else's fault. Romeo and Juliet, at least it was their own fault.
Now there's just kind of a pause. Hope they don't ask about my name, if I'm Catholic or anything. That'd be awkward.
What school do you go to?
Pensy Academy for Young Men.
Oh, I've heard of Pensy. A very good school.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she's talking about. It's not a great school. I'll just ignore it.
We'd better be running along now. You've been more than generous. You're a very sweet boy. We've enjoyed talking to you so much.
Alright, bye.
Well, I had a lot of fun talking to them. I really did. I probably would have more fun if I wasn't so worried about them asking if I was a Catholic. Catholics always seem to be trying to do that. It happens to me a lot. Probably because my last name is Irish, and most people of Irish descent are Catholics. As a matter of fact, my father was Catholic, but he quit when he married my mother. Catholics are always trying to find out if you're Catholic, though, even if they don't know your last name. Like this one Catholic boy I knew when I was back in Wooten School. He was the first boy I ever met there. He and I were sitting in the first two chairs outside the infirmary the day school opened, waiting for our physicals, and we struck up a conversation about tennis. He was quite interested in tennis, and so was I. He told me he went to the Nationals at Forest Hills every summer, and I do too. Then we talked about some hotshot tennis players for quite a while. He knew a lot about tennis for someone his age. He really did. Then, right in the middle of our conversation, he asked me if I noticed where the Catholic church in town was. I mean, I could tell he was trying to find out if I was Catholic. I could just tell. Not that he was prejudiced or anything, he just wanted to know. He was enjoying the conversation about tennis and all, but you could tell he would have enjoyed it more if I was Catholic. That stuff drives me crazy. I'm not saying it ruined our conversation or anything, it didn't, but it sure didn't do any good. That's why I was glad those two nuns didn't ask me if I was a Catholic. It would have spoiled the conversation if they had, but it would have been different probably. It definitely would have been different. I'm not saying I blame Catholics, I don't. I'd be the same way probably if I was Catholic. It's just like...
Well, I used to have some music here, but it got removed before the video even finished publishing on YouTube. WMC copyright claim. I had a copyright in the video description, but it doesn't work. They'll take it down anyway, before it even has a chance to go up actually, so now this is just silent right here. Silent with the credits. No awesome music. It's really fun, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed the silent credits, because that's all you get thanks to WMC.